All right, folks, we've got another bonus episode for this week, and I'm so excited. One, because we're in a hockey rink, and two, because you're here. We've got Shelby. Shelby, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
You want to introduce yourself and your many hats that you wear
Sure. Yes.
in and about the hockey community?
Yes. My name is Shelby Domabyl-Deiters. That's a mouthful. I am a hockey mom, a hockey coach, a hockey player. I am on the board of a Pride hockey organization, and as of today, I am a zamboni driver.
Yes. First and foremost, what got you into hockey? Was it watching, playing? Did a parent thrust it upon you?
It was the opposite of that because I've always loved watching,
Mhm.
and I mean, growing up in the Taves Kane Cup era was definitely a huge push, but hockey was so expensive. So 4 kids, single parent,
Yep.
we're all playing hand-me-down sports.
Yeah.
So I played some roller hockey. I've been ice skating since I was a kid, and like pond hockey for fun. But it wasn't until I had like adult money that I was like, okay, yeah, this
I
is
want to
fun.
do this.
Yeah. And then my son, I taught him how to skate when he was about 2 to 3, and then it just became something that we just did together.
So lovely. And that's one of my biggest things where it's like I love hockey, could not skate like a lap whatsoever.
I'm gonna argue that everybody can.
The coordination is just
Fair.
very, very low. Not non-existent, but just pretty low. I need one of the
pushers.
Yeah.
You got them.
That will be my friend. Well, great. Did you also get emotional yesterday with Taves coming back?
It was yes. it was. I rewatched it a lot too. The clips and how they couldn't shut everybody up.
No.
As they shouldn't.
No, it's Captain Coming Home.
Yes.
Me and my dad, we were talking because we had gone out to Winnipeg in October for when Chicago was up there, and we were like, this feels like slightly anticlimactic. And then the tribute happened, and we're like, oh no, this is beyond all of our expectations. Because I know they were all like comparing it to when Kane came back. Yeah. Being like, is it going to be the same reaction? You know, he was gone longer. And like, I don't know about you, but I'm like, it's Jonathan Taves.
Yeah.
Like,
it was going to be big.
It's going to be big.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Blackhawks did a nice job with just the tribute and letting him have his moment.
Yeah.
To shine.
Yes. And getting the win was still also kind of nice.
Getting the win was great. I'm like, my goodness, we had like the curse against Detroit. And I'm like, are we going to have the curse against Winnipeg where we just can't beat either of these guys? Fair enough if that was going to be the case.
Yeah, we can give it to him.
Starting with kind of the newest, still hockey, but the newest thing in your world, talk to me about Zamboni School. How did this come about? What does it entail?
It's day one. So I was looking for another part-time job, and I live at this rink. The joke is that somewhere there is a pull-out bed for me between playing and coaching and Pride hockey. So one of my friends that's an ice tech here, he was like, hey, we've got 2 new sheets of ice and we need help. And I was like, and he's like, we'll teach you how to do it. And I said, say less. Please.
I'm already here.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna, I started here, I ended here. But yeah, day one was awesome. They show you the ropes, they get you up on there, and they're like, just, try not to fishtail. Don't hit the wall.
Oh,
like when you
slide
out. Yes. They gradually ease you in, but it was
okay. I was gonna say, what do they what do they throw at you before they just give you the keys?
I didn't do any of the controls by myself yet.
Okay.
So I was just steering and, making sure that like I wasn't running into the wall.
Yeah.
Which is
pretty important, especially with the 2 new sheets of ice.
Oh yeah, I didn't go on those ones yet. Nope. You have to graduate. Yes.
But like if something breaks here,
yeah. Yes.
Doesn't look great, but it's a lot better.
Yeah. They're like, oh, there's already those walls are already busted up.
No.
But yeah, it was awesome. So day 2 is on Thursday.
Sweet. Is it like a couple of weeks of stuff before they
I
just
think
have you?
so.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, it's probably gonna be a month or so before you're on it by yourself. So like by yourself, and like they've got that second seat. So someone sits there and they help you walk through it. But I did like a dry cut and I did a flood today. And it's like, you know, like those like Zen gardens where you like use a rake, and it's just that's what it feels like. It's just like, oh, you're gonna go in the same pattern.
Just with a giant tool.
Yeah, and really loud. just a lot of knives.
Oh yeah, you do rocking like headphones or anything up there? Or
I did
maybe at a point?
Maybe. But the sounds actually helped me figure out some things too. Because it's like, oh, if this sounds like this, and maybe you should go this way or that way.
Yeah. That's awesome. I was telling you this, like most people, like even whether you're in hockey or you're, going to your first, I remember like taking friends to their first game and they're like, I want to do that. Mm-hmm. That would be a great job.
Yeah.
And now you are that cool person.
It is wild. Yeah. I sent a video of my son watched it and he was like, this is amazing. He's like, I want to watch you do it. And I was like, chill. Yes.
Let me practice.
He's like, I can do it too. I was like, that's
no.
No. Oh, she'll be saying no, thank you.
Maybe we'll give it a couple. Give it a handful of years.
Yeah, probably when he's 8.
Yeah, there you go. Or at least can be on that second seater
for sure,
and be like, "This is the coolest thing." Yeah,
there's seatbelts.
I want to be on one. I was. Had like somebody down during last night's game of one of the zambonis. I'm like, it looks like fun.
I know.
But I think I would spend, like, they were asking him questions, and I think I would just spend the entire time being like,
yeah,
stop asking, John, stop asking me questions. No. I want to find where my seats are. What is it? Well, that's fantastic. Keeping with the hockey theme, we've got Pride Hockey, which is absolutely phenomenal stuff that you guys do. How did you get into kind of that world? Was it from the jump?
It was. I had known about it for a while. I think I was like following on social for a couple of years, but I was like, I don't know. Like, I think what a lot of people, like queer, straight, anybody, hockey's intimidating.
Oh, like,
getting, especially as an adult, like it's like, oh, I don't know where to start and I don't know who to ask. And so like once I started like playing and coaching more like recreationally, I was doing a like a 101, 102 class at Johnny's, and one of our current captains, he was wearing a jersey, and I saw it, and I was like, okay, this is my opening. I can ask you.
Yes.
I was like, what is that? Can you tell me more? So like, it was almost from immediately that conversation led to meeting like our former president, Andrew Spaka, at the time, and he was like, let's like, I'll get you in. Like I played a scrimmage for our like Pride Classic, and then I was able to help start our like beginner development team here, like a month later. So I kind of just like dove headfirst and have not looked back.
Excellent.
Yes.
Now I know can you run me through kind of the different, because I know you guys have a bunch of different teams, or at least I see on the socials.
Yes.
Kind of the different branches of those.
So we recently, we had 2 teams and now we have 4 teams. So with the expansion of the rink here, they were able to add like a super like beginner league, which is not very easy to find, which was really cool. So we have a entry level, like we still want people to like be able to learn how to skate and feel confident on the skates and like have a good understanding of the game. But we have that beginner level team. We have like a development, like a little higher level team that also plays here. And then we have like a low competitive team that plays at Heartland in Lincolnwood, and then we have a higher competitive team that plays at Johnny's. So we kind of have something for everybody.
Yeah.
And we're growing. So
that's what we love to hear.
Yes.
What has kind of been maybe your like favorite parts about branching into like the different tier level, and what's kind of been struggles that you guys have had?
I can start with struggles because I think just growing pains is making sure that we have, because part of what we want to do is not just have a safe space for people, but to be able to help get them into the game. And that means trying to find equipment, because we would like to help with the cost as much as we can.
Right. Hockey's so expensive.
It's so expensive. I have a goalie kid, so yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So trying some of those growing pains comes with equipment and ice, because we have these teams, but we may have people that are fresh to skating, and we can't throw somebody like that into a game.
Right.
So just making sure that we can find times to get ice, to do like community skates, learn to skates, help get people into like learn to skate, learn to play programs, those types of things. Unfortunately, with the new sheets of ice, that's kind of opened up a little bit for some more opportunities.
Right.
So I think growing pains is definitely the hard part. The best part is just like seeing the growth. I mean, it's both the best and the hard part.
Yeah.
Is the getting to see people move up too. Like getting to see a lot of the folks that started on that development team a couple summers ago and like grow and get to be on a higher level team, or even be on our same, like we have a lot of folks on our beginner team that may have been playing for a while, but then they're those point people that help the people develop.
Yeah.
So it's seeing people grow into different like positions and places, and just we keep getting feedback that it just feels like family, and going from like 2 teams to 4 teams to that growth, like having that many people and it's still feeling like a small space in a big space is really cool.
Nice. So obviously we're on the different end of the podcasting side of trying to get folks to become fans of the sport, because like you said, it's incredibly intimidating to walk into a space. I really think getting into any sport really, but hockey can definitely feel like, we call them the meatheads, are louder than most. And so we try to be the voice on the podcasting side of just trying to get people to understand the game kind of in Chicago and wherever they are. But for folks that are maybe wanting to dip into the skating or learning more about the actual game, what resources or spots would you say are kind of the best to start, like in Chicago, for like beginner side?
I think that so Johnny's has one, Fifth Third, soon to be Blackhawks Ice Center. That's
going to be a while for me
to
call it the other name. I'm like, no, it's Fifth Third.
Yeah, Fifth Third. No, I like to call it the Bic.
Nice. I can rock with that.
Yes. A lot of rinks, McFetridge, have learn to play programs, but I would say just public skates. Public skates, I think, is the best thing you can do as far as equipment goes. Playing against sports is always like an amazing resource. If you have the financial means, Pure Hockey, Gunzo's always great. But a lot of times, and I got this advice from one of my teammates, is like when you're skating, even if you're new to skating and like you really want to play hockey, like go to public skates in your gear. Like, you may feel weird, or even maybe just like your
Right.
shins and your breezers, like just because it helps you get used to it.
Yeah.
Because I grew up playing out of gear, so
Right.
on like lake hockey, playing on like a backyard rink, or playing roller hockey, you don't have any gear on. So like my confidence in my skating has always been higher when I'm not wearing gear. So like that was a learning curve for me. Um, but then it just gives you that like
Is
extra
it just
protection.
like the added weight of it, or
It's
just like your
the
body
range
feels
of
weird?
motion.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I feel like I can move better, but then it's that tricking yourself, like out. Like when I first started playing in gear, I would feel like my range of motion. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna fall. But then I was like, oh wait, I have pads on. I can fall.
Right.
Can I get back up? No. But yeah,
I'm not going to bruise myself as much if I do go down.
yes. So I definitely say getting on skates and skating in general is always like the best thing. Watching the game, like
always recommend.
Always watching. Yes. But yeah, the different rinks have those different entry points, and just like I almost think like a buddy system too. Like you find somebody, even, and I think that's hard too. Is like getting, and I think that like for Pride Hockey, we try to have some things like some events or like some games, and we're like, hey, come watch a game. Somebody. What we're doing now is sort of like a mentorship program or like a buddy program. So like you sign up and you get matched with somebody who will like help you walk through. So you don't feel like you're by yourself in this big.
And that makes it even more intimidating. Like I'm going into this new sport. I don't know anybody. I don't know anything.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch all these people watch me fall.
Right.
Yes. And the reality is, even our competitive team, we're all going to watch them fall too.
Right.
Like we watch the pros fall all the time.
Right. They were falling last. Everybody falls.
Fall.
Ice is slippery.
Very, very. You're on knives on ice.
Honestly, what's most impressive to me is not like even watching the players skate, but like certain rinks where they have to like walk out, like when the coaches have to like walk out from the corner. And they make like the broadcasters or whatever poor girl is in heels walking out in ice. I'm like, you're actually the real superhero of the night. That's more impressive than
it is. I have coaching. If we have the chance to walk around to the bench, I do it every time. I'm like, I'm not walking with you, kids. Like you're on your own. But I've done some. I also do hockey photography, so like some sports photography. And I've done some shoots on the ice, and I just wear my skates now. I'm like, I will destroy this camera if I use my feet. But
that's fair.
You
got to go with what you're most confident with.
Yeah, it's even today I did my first dry cut, and the guy's like, come on, let's walk out and take a look at it. And I was like, okay. I was like, don't fall.
Talk to me about the sports photography. How did it come about? Was it always there? Like was photography always there?
Wildlife has always been something that I was super interested with photography. And then it was really once like my son Fitz started playing, and I was like, oh, I can take pictures of this. And then like the really cool opportunity with him playing here has been the Blackhawks practice here. It's just open access. So I'm like, oh, I can practice on professionals.
Right.
So I love, I've done a couple other sports, but hockey's just been, it's so fun to try. It's so fast.
Yeah.
And the like challenge of trying to slow it down enough to like freeze it is really cool, I think. And it's a highly emotional game. You get a lot of like good and bad, and it's been fun. I do a lot of like the Stallions and some other programs, and it's fun to like kind of photograph those ups and downs.
Nice. Do you have a favorite wildlife spot outside of the city?
Oh my gosh. Well, Montrose Bird Sanctuary for sure. But I live in LaGrange Park, so I'm kind of like surrounded by forest preserves. So like the zoo woods over there, right next to the zoo. I love deer.
Okay.
And they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So Riverside has a lot of good spots. they're any of the Cook County Forest Preserves, really.
Fair. What other sports have you?
I've done baseball. I
feel like that would be a hard one.
It is. I've snuck my camera into a Cubs game once, a Sox game, the Green Bay Packers training.
Okay.
an MLS St. Louis City soccer game.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's the football was cool.
Oh,
I think it's similar to this, but it's so much like stop and go. But and the baseball was cool.
Baseball, I would feel like it would be hard because I feel like hockey, like you have one focal point base or like wherever the puck is, unless you're like taking pictures of the goaltender. But baseball, I feel like
it's so hard.
You're either like focusing like infield or outfield looking in.
Unless you have like a gazillion-dollar lens that like you can see a different planet from, it's really hard to like see. I've only got like pitcher, batter, not much else. But yeah, football's kind of similar. Hockey does help because and what's nice is like most of the time I shoot from the bench. So I'm like kind of in that center spot where I can catch both sides. One of the last games I did, I shot from the bench, but then what was nice about one of the new rinks is the glass is very clean. I'm like, there's no puck marks. I can see straight through it.
I cannot wait to see something over it.
Oh, yes. It's going to be so cool.
No, it sounds like it. I was walking up and I'm like, oh my God, things aren't under construction.
Yes.
And of course, like I had seen on TikTok, whenever they let like media folks in for like the preview or whatever.
Yeah. Did you go all the way over there?
I haven't.
Okay,
no,
we'll do that
I just
after.
like
yes
walked through because I was also trying not to like fall on the ice walking on Jackson to come over here.
Falling on the outside ice to get to the inside.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'd rather fall on this inside ice. The outside ice might actually will hurt more.
Yes.
Maybe. Jumping back to Pride hockey, we kind of talked about, the stuff that you guys do in terms of playing the actual game, but I know you guys do a ton out and about in the city in terms of just like partnering with other like bars or events or things throughout the city. What have been kind of your like favorite events that you guys have done or things with Pride hockey in the city?
I'm biased because my position is director of community outreach. So I love the Learn to Skate program we're doing. The Blackhawks Foundation is one of our partners, and we partner with them in the Boys and Girls Club, and then Hockey on Your Block as well, to do like a weekly skate with them. So this is like our second season doing it, and it's really cool to see like the progression of them because it's older kids that may not have gotten a chance to like be introduced to ice sports at all. And then we volunteer with the Blackhawks Foundation also works with them in doing floor hockey tournaments. So like we were reffing, we were doing some of that stuff. So that's cool.
Is the floor hockey like typically at like a third party space or kind of like
at the Boys and Girls Clubs? Yeah. The parade and the Pride games are always super cool.
Very excited
yes.
for that one in a couple of weeks.
Yes. Last year's was awesome because Fitz got to be the kid captain. So he sat on the bench and like fist bumped everybody.
Life made.
Yeah. But speaking of walking on the ice, this kid goes. They bring him out there. I wait by the Zamboni doors, and I'm like, okay, you just got arguing the whole time before. Don't wear Crocs. Don't wear Crocs. Don't wear Crocs. He's like, I'm wearing these Crocs. I was like, okay, Spider-Man Crocs. Hey. I'm like, okay. I mean, this kid, he's a really good skater. Yeah. Like, he's essentially grown up on ice. He should be fine. He walks out, and I'm like, listen to the folks that are helping you. Right. Just, walk along the wall. Don't do anything weird.
You can't tell a kid that.
He walks out and starts doing like a duck walk on the ground and just eats it. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I was like, in front of all these people, we're gonna eat it. But he just laughed. So it was really cool to see that. And I think that experience for me and a lot of the things that we've done with the kids is like, I think sometimes you see like gay pride stuff or whatever, and you're like, oh, that's not for families. That's not for kids. And it's like, oh no.
But
like, yeah, this is like, we're here. We've got moms, we've got dads, we've got all kinds of families in the organization. And it's like being able to normalize that a little bit, I think is, I mean, I hate that we have to say normalize it, but that
unfortunately,
kind of stuff. Yes. But we do a lot of fundraisers in partnerships with some different bars. So we've done some stuff with My Buddies. Coming up actually on Sunday, we have drag bingo.
I saw it on Instagram. I'm be at the Hawks game, but I saw it and I was like, oh.
Yes, we're partnering with Brave Space Alliance. We're doing that. We're going to be doing a skate with them too. So they've been one of our partners that we've tried to do as much as we can, especially right now, to like get them some support and things where they need. So we just finished a clothing drive and we did a food drive as well. We try to it's our president Gina is really hammered in of like, we can't be out here being like, hey, come help all of us adult hockey players without giving back to the community. We're like, this is the community that supports us. Like, we need to be doing work.
And also I feel, slightly going back to your point where unfortunately we have to say, that we're normalizing, but I feel like there's definitely some instances where you see some organizations that are pride associated that you just see come out in June. And that's it.
Yes.
And I feel like it's so great what you guys are doing, because I feel like that's kind of a way too normal. Like, you see you guys year round.
Yes.
On and off the ice, partnering with all sorts of different folks.
Yeah. And that has been one of the cool things here, and with the Blackhawks too, is that they don't just bring us out for their pride game. Like, it's not just someone to march with them during Pride. And I think it's being able to play in these. I think one of the biggest things is these adult leagues are all year round. So like, we stop a season picks back up. Like, you barely have any time off. And the cool part of the growth is that we're not just at one rink. We're across the city and we're visible all year round. And I think that is, I mean, I just finished practice today and I had my jersey on and the kids were like, what's that? What are you wearing? And I was like, let me tell you about gay hockey, kid. Which they already know about it. But it's cool to just, like you said, it's normal. Like, we're here, we're playing.
Out of, because we're just fresh into 2026.
Yes.
Out of, the past year, has there been if you had to pick a favorite, like, moment or like an event you guys did, or maybe something, it could be small, it could be big, however you want to. Me sending you an Insta. Oh, yes.
Yeah, we did the Market Days tournament here. So that was really cool. We hosted other pride organizations, and it was like a 3-4 day tournament that coincided with Market Days. So we will, I believe we're doing it again next year. We're still trying to figure it out, but alternating years, because it's a lot to put together. And then there's other organizations that have tournaments, so it kind of helps people be able to like travel to them. So definitely that one. I think one of the my favorite, not just pride hockey, but hockey in general moments, is we went to Eagle River, Wisconsin for a pond hockey tournament.
Okay.
It's like actually right around this time, but we got a house on the lake that they did the tournament on. So we just walked across the lake to our games, walked back, and the rental house, the folks that own the rental house, they actually like sectioned out like part of the ice behind the house for us to play. So like even outside of the tournament itself, just like 15, 16 of us just like playing like kids in the backyard. Like, oh, we're just in this little place in northern Wisconsin in this like queer hockey haven, just playing pickup on the lake.
Dream.
Yeah. So that was.
Now, for the one in Market, is that more like the top sort of leagues that you were explaining?
We actually have a recreational league and a competitive league. So that way there's kind of something for everybody. Nice. Yeah. So that was definitely really cool. That was my first Market Days tournament because we hadn't had one for a couple of years. I think since before COVID.
Nice. And then jumping to this year, what are you most looking forward to?
No. Pride hockey or hockey in general?
We can go both.
Definitely the growth in Pride hockey. Mm-hmm. I mean, with the recent TV shows, we are busy. We are busy. People want to play. People want to watch, and it's amazing to see. Like we have people just coming to watch games, and we're like, yes, come watch. With hockey in general, I just feel like everything's just like going up and exciting. I mean, obviously working on the ice in both coaching and seeing my son finish up his mite season this year, and then then it just goes right back into more
hockey all the time.
Yes, it's hockey all the time.
It's the best world.
Yes.
Finishing up with sliding over to coaching really quick. What was it, your kid that got you into coaching specifically, or was it something kind of in the back of your head, like maybe I could do this at a point?
It was definitely one of those, maybe I can do this, and then having him play was that catalyst that was like, okay, I'll coach. So I coached over at Johnny's for a little bit, and they're like, learn to skate, and then like he ended up coming over here for ADM, and the organization was like, yeah, we want you to keep coaching. Like, yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. But and even going back and forth to Pride hockey and coaching, getting to see the progression and growth, and like obviously getting to experience that with my own kid is so cool, but also just like getting to, this is the first team I'm coaching, which is cool. So like getting to see these kids from the beginning of the season to now has been like crazy, to like the progress that they've made. And I coached more learn to skate like lessons sort of. So it was like weekly classes and stuff like that, and getting to coach a team and like different parts of the season and that kind of stuff has been amazing. So I'm excited to keep coaching.
See what happens this year with it. Are there aspects of like the game of hockey that maybe you're seeing a different way now that you've done coaching?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's cool because playing for fun when you're a kid, you're not paying attention to rules. Like you're not doing whatever. Like I've understood the game from a fan perspective, but again, you're not the one, being offsides all the time because you're watching it. You're not the one getting yelled at to get back on sides. So I think, especially coaching this age, with the head coach that we have, which she's amazing. Like hearing it in like kid terms, and I'm like, oh, this makes sense to me too. And then I'm like, I'm going to use these kid terms with adults. What
are some of the kid terms?
So bananas.
Okay.
So instead of continuously yelling for the kids to spread out, our coach was like, "Don't be bananas. You can't be bananas because you don't want to be bunched." So they're like, so we see that, and it helps because our jerseys are yellow most of the time. So we're just screaming, "Bananas! Don't be bananas!" And it's like the no zone. Like you don't pass in front of the net on in your zone. Like you got that's a no zone. So like
that'll give me a heart attack.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like little things like that. And I'm, oh yeah, this makes sense. Everybody should learn this way.
Yeah, I want to learn that way.
Yes.
I feel like we need like a dictionary or like a play-by-play dictionary of hockey and kid terms.
We do. We do. It has been I feel like I've taught more adults rules based off of that and like what you should and shouldn't do, like be bananas.
That's so much better than just throwing out weird jargon. They're like, okay, what does any of that mean?
Yes. Yes. I think it helps too. The game's slow.
Yeah.
Respectfully to the children, they're not that fast.
Right.
Yet. I mean, many of them will be faster than me very soon, but it slows it down, and I think it helps like positioning and plays and that scene at that like it's almost like slow motion. And then I'll notice when I'm watching maybe a high school game or a Hawks game or a pro game, like, oh, that is what we were trying to do. We're very slow. That's what that's supposed to look like.
Now I'm just gonna start yelling bananas at the next Hawks game.
You should.
My dad's gonna be like, what is going on? Don't be bananas. I'll be like, are you having a stroke?
Yeah, that's Coach Jocelyn.
I'm like, no, I'm just learning hockey terms. This is great.
Yeah.
Well, Shelby, thank you so much for talking. Is there any, thing coming up? I know we've got the drag bingo coming up, but that'll unfortunately be after or before this episode comes out. So is there anything you want to plug or just Pride Hockey in general?
I think Chicago Pride Hockey on socials and stuff. But if you just getting people out to games, I think would be fun. On our website, we have a link to like our Google Calendar on there, and you can see when the different games are.
Yeah.
But yeah, following on social. Yeah, we should have some fun stuff coming up.
Yeah. You guys are night owls.
Yes. You have to be. Although we just had a game at Johnny's at like 3:50 on a Sunday, but granted it was right before the Bears game. So
that's okay. Yeah. I saw some of them and I was like, 11.
This coming weekend I will be in the Dells for a hockey tournament for children at water parks. So wish me.
That sounds like a nightmare.
But like I kind of want to ditch the kids and go to the water park.
Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking like the water park with the kids.
Yes,
that sounds like crazy.
Yes, it will be. We have a 9 a.m. game and a 5 p.m. game, and they're going to be at the water park in the middle. So we'll see whose legs work at 5 o'clock. We'll see. But we have a big weekend of games this weekend, which I know we'll air later. But for your reference, we have games this weekend, and then so our beginner team, which our A team plays on Friday nights, our double A team plays on Saturday nights, and then our like competitive teams play on different days, but it's all in that calendar. So
nice.
I do think we have some early games coming up.
Hey, as long as it's not like 11.
Yeah, there's a bar here and food.
That is true. I forget that because I'm always here like super early in the morning during like training camp.
Yeah.
And it's like I know that there's coffee and pink donuts on occasion.
Yes, I will show you. We'll do a walk that way.
Excellent. All right. Well, Shelby, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you for